So, like I said, breakouts are a good indicator of the orientation of stress. So if we can see where they are in a wellbore, then we know what the stress orientation is, right? And so there's a couple of ways to see where they are, and one of those is with well logging techniques. So have you guys had well logging class? All right. So here, you have your basically standard unrolled teleview, right, from the ultrasonics. And there's a very clear indication in the ultrasonic log of these kind of black marks, right? And there's a very clear indications of wellbore breakouts, and also likewise in the electro resistivity. And so from that, you can reconstruct these breakout cross sections through careful interpretation of the data. You can reconstruct these breakout cross sections. So here you have a good indicator of the minimum and maximum principal stresses. However, it is very important to not misinterpret the data, because breakouts are stress-induced. Okay, so when we talk about breakouts, we're talking about the fact that the in-situ stress exceeds the strength of the rock, causes a breakout. But you can also have other damage to the wellbore, or other other scenarios in which the wellbore is not the size of the drill bit, right? And those include washouts, which washouts are basically a overall enlargement of the wellbore, okay? And you can also have what they call key seat, and this is typically associated with deviated wells or horizontal drilling, and the fact that the drill string is resting on one side of the wellbore and sort of wearing an elongation out in the side of the wellbore, right? So we don't want to misinterpret one of these two things as an actual breakout. So we have to use very careful interpretation. Another way you can do that is with the Forearm Caliper. This is a sort of a standard tool on a dip meter tool, well logging tool, that essentially it is what it sounds like. It has four arms on a caliper that sort of trace out the inside of they rotate and trace out the inside of the wellbore. And if this is what sort of the raw data looks like here, and with that you can get through careful interpretation of that, you can get an idea of where there are breakouts. So here, as a function of depth, these black lines indicate breakouts, and where there are no black lines, there's essentially no breakouts. And you can see here that these are the caliper traces along the wellbore. And I think this is an 8-inch wellbore, so it's an 8-inch wellbore. And right in this region, you can see that all four calipers are measuring exactly 8 inches, and that corresponds to this region of no breakouts.